Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward, StampersDelight.com. And I hope everybody's doing well on this Monday evening. I see, hey, Geraldine, hey, Bree, Bonnie, Deborah, Ingat, thank you so much. And yes, I didn't forget. I have to show something here that I promised her I would show. So let me bring, I got so much to going on tonight. Hey, Karen. Hey, Patricia. Thank you all for tuning in. And we are going to get started, okay? Because I have lots and lots to show you. So the first thing, well, let's just go for it, okay? Let's go. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Hi, Diane. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera. All right, again, Rose Ward, StampersDelight.com. Hopefully YouTube is nice to me today and doesn't kick me off because I got a lot planned. If you'd like to order from me, this is my website. Just go to StampersDelight.com. There's my email. And if you'd like to place an order less than $150, you want to use this host code for the month of December. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in here because I have a lot going on. I don't think you need to see that check, do you? Okay, so the first thing I want to do is thank everyone for the cards that I received. So I have some Christmas cards to show you. This is from Pam and Bruce. Thank you so much. I'm just going to drag this down a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. This is from Valerie. Thank you, Valerie, for the spanner card. I think that's too far down because now you can't see the great cards. Let's just go back up a little bit. Sorry. Let's just go here. Okay. That's from Valerie. Then this one is from Yvonne. Thank you so much, Yvonne. Hey, Donna, you got to watch me live. Okay. For a few, then you got to go to feed your dogs. Okay. This is from Cindy and Ray. Thank you so much. And then this one is from Kathleen and Wayne. So thank you all for your cards. I really appreciate and love every one of them. The other thing I want to show you is a cute little gift I got from Cindy Davis. So she has this cute little art, one of our gold boxes, and she decorated that, of course, with our trees and our punch. And it had candy in it. There was actually there was a few more Ghirardelli chocolates in here, but I ate them. And I'm going to eat the rest of them tonight. Okay, and then she made this adorable little hat. Look at this, a little Santa hat, or snowman hat. And in here are some Lindt chocolates. So let me flip this a second so you can see this. Isn't that adorable? I just absolutely love that. You know the candy won't last long, but I did wait because I wanted to show it to everybody. So thank you so much for that, Cindy. Okay, let's go back. All right, so one thing that I said I would show, and I had mentioned this, I think I only have a small, yeah, okay. So let me bring these back out. Okay, so everybody was asking how I do my stickers on here. All right, so normally what I do, just so you know, all of these would be, the red rubber would be in here without the stickers on them, okay? I leave them like that, and then what I do is I take the sticker sheet. I left two small ones just to show you. I take the sticker sheet, and this one goes over here, this one is for here. And what I do, this is just the way I do it. I peel off one part of it, okay? I take it out of the case, of course. And I line it up this way. I leave it right in here. Does that make sense? I leave it right into that, as I call it, the frame. And then I start pulling off that back. That helps me keep it in line and keep it straight. So let me do that other little one. So does that help? It was Inga that asked me. Inga, I apologize. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, so I apologize if I said it wrong. And again, this one I peeled the whole thing off because it is kind of small. But I start, and I use this as a guide. And that's how I put them on. That's how I put my stickers onto my cling stamps. Okay? I only had the 2 left to show you because I sit there and put them all together while I'm at work. Okay, so that was, wanted to show you those, wanted to show you that. The next thing I want to remind everybody is that I am doing my paper share. I've already got quite a few people signed up for this. I've been posting the information. You get 156 sheets, 12 sheets, 6 by 6. Okay, and the celebration designer series paper you're also going to get in here while supplies last. Okay, so I have to specify that because I may not, you know, I may run out of the designer series, the celebration designer series paper. So you want to get in on that. Go to stampersdelight.com, read the information, or at the end of this video it'll be on there, and you can just go to PayPal and pay for that. But just go look on my bottom of this when I'm done. Okay, so the next thing I want to remind everybody. Hi, Denise. Oh, Inka, thank you. You're very welcome for the tip, and I apologize. Let me know how you pronounce your name, okay? I want to remind everybody that starting at 12:01 Mountain Standard Time, our year-end closeout of items that are in the holiday catalog will be going on sale. There's 4 pages here. I have it on my Facebook page, so you can check that out. Also, don't forget to check the clearance refresh. Always check that clearance rack before you check out. Okay, and there's also a list on stampersdelight.com of the carrying over items. So this starts again at 12:01 Mountain Standard Time. You want to get in on that because a lot of these things, I will tell you, will go fast. I'm going to tell you one thing I think will go extremely fast is the mini coffee carriers. Can you believe it? $2.55 and $2.50, and I think you get like 8 of them. You see, I have it highlighted. Don't forget to get in on that, okay? So tonight, what I'm going to showcase, I think that's all the stuff I had to go over. I'm going to showcase stamp set. Everybody wanted to see the Sand and Sea, and that's, of course, from the new mini catalog and the celebration catalog. Now, I have to move these out of the way so you can't see them, but I did put the page number on here so that I can tell you the page number that it's on, and, of course, I already lost that little tab I had here. Okay, so if you got your catalog, and I mailed a bunch of them out this week, that is on page 40. That's the Sand and Sea. That's what I'm going to be showcasing. But I will be also showing you some items that are available now. And I use some of the items from Whale of a Time on page 94 in the annual catalog. You're going to see that I use some of the designer series paper and the sequins. You could also use the embossing folder. Goes great. I mean, the 2 sets go great together. So also check those out because you can still buy those items while you're waiting to buy the new ones. The other thing you'll see is you'll see me use this mesh ribbon, which is, I mean, it's showcased with a Halloween set, but you know, I saw fishnet as soon as, you know, I started playing with that. So that is the things I had to show you. So let me bring in some of the cards and let's get started. This I got to put over here. All right. So the first card I did was what I call a sweet and simple stamped card. And you can see that, oh, I should bring in the set for you first, right? So here's the stamp set. It is a double stamp set, meaning that there's, I think this was the double. Well, no, it was, yeah, see, when I say double, there's 2 sheets on here. Mine are all mounted right now because I'm going to be using them. And then inside here, which I will be showing you, is this die, which I love, this very large die. Again, I'm going to bring this camera down a little bit so you can see more. So this die I'm going to be using. And, of course, you got the smaller dies. Now, the other thing that goes with this is the embossing folder. And you'll see how you can emboss. And then you take this and you can cut it out. So we're going to emboss the paper and then cut that right out. Okay, so I'll be showing you that. So that is the stamp set with the dies and the embossing folder. All right, so here is the first one. Let's move that out of the way before I lose that. Which is what I call two-step stamping, which is two-step stamping. So you do the darker image here, the more detailed one, and then behind that is a lighter color. And I just did a quick, easy thank you card using the colors that they say go well in the catalog. But you'll also see I brought in a lot of Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay, and Pool Party because I just love those for the sea. I just shells and things like that. So that's the first card. Okay. The next card I have is, now I'm going to bring this up because I don't know if you can really see it. This is the Designer Series paper behind it. And I showed you all the Designer Series papers when I did the unveiling. I embossed this whole front. So if I bring this down, you can see that I stamped everything with regular ink, including the saying, stamped it with the regular inks, and then I embossed it with clear embossing powder. And you see our inks also emboss. And then I wrapped some of that great mesh ribbon around it so that it looks like netting. So I will have still shots on my blog tomorrow and on Facebook tomorrow. Also, we have these great gems, which are the oval rounds with a little speck of shimmer to it. And I also used some of our pastel pearls. Okay. So there's my second card. So happy I found you. And I love this saying, friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. What a beautiful saying. So that was my second card. Okay, let's move this over here. The next card that I'm going to show you is actually where I brought in the Whale of a Time. And you can see I used the shells in some of the pieces that I cut from the embossing folder. And I added the paper from the annual catalog with the sea turtles on it. And again, I used some of that great ribbon. I can definitely show you how I did the embossing, Kathy. It's not one of the projects I was doing, but I did put the vellum over here just to show you how I did that. As long as I don't get kicked off. YouTube, don't kick me off. We got a long way to go. Okay, so love you to the beach and back. I love that saying. That's so cute. So again, that is pairing it up with the Whale of a Good Time. Now what I'm going to bring in is, this is the embossing folder, and that's the other thing that comes with that suite is that shimmery pearlescence paper. And you can see here I have the Designer Series paper in the back, the shimmery paper, which I ran through the embossing folder, then ran it through, which I'm going to show you, ran it through the die, okay, and then it cuts it out. And then I used our new brushes, our new blending brushes, and I went right over that pearl paper, let me bring it up close, with some of our inks. Okay, so I added a little more color to that. This braided twine right here is from the holiday catalog also. Happy birthday to my beautiful friend. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. You're a sand and sea kind of girl. So am I. So am I. Okay, so that's another sample. And again, still shots will be available tomorrow. Now, I think you're really going to like this one. I did a shaker card. And let me just bring it in. I cut all those pieces out. It's going to have a little glare to it, but can you see it? I used the sequins from the Whale of a Good Time. And can you see back here that gold? So I embossed the paper back there. And then I used our new gilded leafing. And that's from the Fine Floral Art collection, which I'll be showcasing Friday morning. So I'll show you how to use that Friday morning. Love this stuff. It gets all over the place, but I love it. Okay, so there's a nice shaker card. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Bree. What color pink? It's Flirty Flamingo. So the colors I'm using tonight, which I've used in these, are Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Sahara Sand, So Saffron, Bumblebee, Bermuda Bay, Misty Moonlight, and Coastal Cabana. Did I say Bermuda Bay? I think so. Okay, so there's another card for you. Okay, so here is another card. Now this, I'm not going to show you the envelope yet because you're going to love it. Okay, so here's the same idea. I stamped on the back of this. Just put a strip of designer series paper back here. And I embossed the, with the embossing folder. Then I cut it out. And then you can stamp right over those embossed pieces. So if you see this, this is raised. And now it's darker. So you can stamp right over those. I did have a ball with this, Geraldine. Matter of fact, I'm thinking this is probably going to be my online class for January because I absolutely love this stamp set. Okay, so, and then I layered some of the pieces here. Those are the, these little pieces, the extra pieces, right here. See, there's seashell, the sand dollar. So those four little pieces there are from here. I'm actually missing a piece that's probably over on my other table, these two little guys. So I stamped and cut those out. All right, so that is another card that I did. Now I want to show you how I did the envelope. Now, you know, most of these are, I did the envelope with my leftover strip. I'm sure you saw me do that a million times. What I did with this one is I took this embossing folder and I embossed the lip of the envelope, and then I used our new brushes, right? And look at that envelope. I don't know if you can really see it. Can you see that? So that is the lip of my envelope now, instead of using designer series paper. What do you think? I know, Denise. I had so much fun playing with this over the weekend. I just couldn't stop. I mean, I probably could have gone on for hours more. So that was my next card. So the card I'm going to actually show you tonight, I'm going to bring it in and show you first, okay? And again, this is the envelope to it, which I use the designer series paper, but we don't need that right now. Except to show you, well, I'll show you that later. Okay, you ready to see the card I'm going to show you how to do tonight? And of course, I didn't bring in my dimensions, but I think I remember them. Okay, so now I'm doing this the opposite way. You could do it this way too. Again, there's that shimmery paper. I stamped right on it. I will tell you one thing. You either want to clear emboss this or let it dry because it'll smear, okay? And there's that ribbon again, right? And it's on the designer series paper. What do you think about this one? Okay, now let me show you this piece. Are you ready? You see it's a little puffy, and I'll tell you why. This is a fun fold. It's called the W fold because when you look at it, it looks like a W. There's the W. But look at this. So I used a lot of dimensionals here to puff those up inside. That's why my card is a little puffy. Okay, but it still fits in the envelope. And it's really not that hard to do. It's actually, especially for somebody like me who hates measurements, you know how much I hate measurements. So you want to see how I did that one? All right. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to show you the pieces. I don't know that I'll get to it tonight, but I will tomorrow show you or write everything down. Now, some of these pieces I've already cut out, like the sand dollars and all this. For time's sake, I am going to show you how to use that embossing folder. Okay, all these pieces I've already cut out. Okay, so what you're going to need for this card is a piece of 4 1/4 by 11. like we normally do. You're going to fold that in half. And where's my bone folder? Okay. And then you're going to need a strip. I'm using Very Vanilla. You're going to need a strip that's 1 inch by 11. So it's really the same exact size, okay? But it's 1 inch by 11. Here's what I like about this. To get that fold, this piece inside, all you have to do, no measuring, just fold it in half. Just like that, right? You can measure it if you want, but I didn't measure it. And then I fold it to the middle. Flip it around. Fold it to the middle. And that's the piece you're going to need to make your W. Okay. Put this aside for a second. Then you're going to need, when you open it up, you're going to need 4 squares. Now this one I use So Saffron. This one I have 4 squares of Flirty Flamingo. And then what I did was 3 squares of Designer Series paper, and you can use your leftovers and mix and match these. Okay, I like to have different sides, so you need 3. Now these are 2 by 2. Okay, so these are 2 inches by 2 inches. And again, I will put all the dimensions on there. Okay, and these, the ones I'm layering on top of that, are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So you see they lay right on top of there. So I only need 3 of these because the 4th one is what I'm going to stamp my sentiment on. Okay. And then, of course, you need some Designer Series paper. So I have 2 sheets right here. Now, this is for the inside, but you see, this is like the sand, but I hate not using this piece. So you actually need 3 pieces, and I only have 2 cut. I'm going to cut another one because I'm not sure whether I'm going to use these as the inside. What do you think? Or the sand? The sand would look nice, but these are just so gorgeous, I might have to use that. Okay, so you're going to need 3 of these, and that's 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and move my stuff out of the way here. And that's the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some paper. Some Designer Series paper. I actually have a piece cut here, so I'm going to go with that. So let's see. Which one should I use for the inside? Should I go with this one for the inside or the sand? I'm probably going to have to go with that. Okay, for the outside, I'm going to use the blue. So I need another piece of 4 by 5 1/4. The pretty side, you want me to use the pretty side with all the shells? I don't blame you. I like that one too. And that's 4 by 5 1/4. And that can be for the outside. All right. Now the next thing I'm going to need is, of course, this beautiful shimmery piece. So this is also cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to bring in my embossing folder. I'm going to lay that in here. I'm going to bring in my die machine. I just don't want anything to fall, so let me pick it up. Okay, here we go. All right, and I am going to run that through my die machine first as the embossing folder. Whoop, let's get that. Let me stand up and do that. Wait till you see how gorgeous this is. One on each side. Use the sand. The other will be too busy. That's what I'm thinking. So let's use the sand, and maybe we'll use this for the outside. Although I think that might be too busy too. All right, so let me grab this for a second. Well, we'll lay it down and see. Okay. So now, look at this paper. I mean, you could use this by itself, right? As your embossing. But this lays right over it and cuts it out. So I'm going to bring back my machine. And I'm going to switch to the plate now. Or plates. Hopefully I got both of my plates here that I need. Okay. And I think I'm missing a plate. Do I need an extra plate? I do, don't I? Hold on one moment. Okay, I need my other plate, which I didn't have there. And I'm going to sandwich this in. Yep, let me grab my other plate, which is on the other table. Okay. So let's get this done, because I have to have this down here first. All right, I'm going to lay that right on top. I have to stand up and do this. And we're just going to cut this right through. All right. Hopefully I got it all the way through. And I didn't quite go all the way, so let's get this back through. I didn't think I had it right. Let's just get that end piece there. There we go. This is why I stand up when I do it. Let's get this out of the way. And then when you take it off, you have this. And you're going to poke out those extra pieces. Okay, just take off the extra pieces. Look at that. Now before, I'm going to stamp these. Okay, and then while I let it dry, I'm going to show you something else. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my stamps. And I got this one right here, which is this guy. So we're going to bring in Seaside Spray. I know, isn't it gorgeous? And bring in my mat. And we are just going to line that right up there. Look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. Just a hint of color, right? Okay, for this one, I am going to use Flirty Flamingo. And do the same thing, just put that right in there. Look at this, I love this. It is wet, okay, be careful. I'm going to bring in So Saffron for this one. So I'm changing the colors just a little bit. Oh my gosh, can you see how gorgeous that is? And then my little seashells here, I'm going to do in Sahara Sand. All right, so let me bring that up and show you. Look how beautiful that looks. Is that gorgeous or what? All right, while I'm letting that dry for a second, let me close these, and I want to show you something else. Because we don't want to get our hands in everything, right? Okay, so here's one that I had done with the, well, actually, let's see. I got it over here, a whole one. I want to show you a whole one. There we go. Okay, so here's one in Coastal Cabana, and here's one in Seaside Spray. So you can use these like that, Okay, but you can also, and I'm going to do this, let's see, I'll do it with the blue so you can see it. So you can use it this way. You can also, let's go with, let me get Misty Moonlight. You can use it and stamp on regular cardstock like this. Okay. Gives it an image. But the great thing about this is you can cut these out. Once you stamp them, you can cut them out individually. Look. So you have the shells. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this set. So you can see here, I'm not going to cut them all out, but you get the idea, right? You can see here, that's where I cut all these pieces. I did one in every color, and then I cut them out to use them for some of these cards, like this one, right here. Those are the pieces that I cut out and used in my card, my shaker card. Is that great or what? Okay, so I just wanted to show you the different way you can use this embossing folder with the dies. All right, so now we have this. I'm not sure if it's quite dry. You could also, like I said, you can use embossing powder, but I'm just going to flip it over for a second and just make sure it's dry. Gently. Yep, it's dry. Okay, so let's bring in our card now. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put these together, because once I put them in a card, I can't really stamp them. All right, so this one is going to go here, and then I'm going to mix and match these. So let's see. Blue, pink. I think I'll do it this way. All right, so those are going to go here, and this one's the one I'm going to stamp on. So let me go ahead and glue these down. Yes, I love this sweet too. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab this. So I have all the different designer series paper showing. This one, I'm going to stamp it first. And I think I'm going to use blue. I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. Love You to the Beach and Back. All right. And then I'm going to take one of these cute little guys and just maybe with the So Saffron, put a little shell there. Okay, so my pieces are done for now. Okay, so now for the inside. I think we decided, as much as we hate to not use this side, we're going with the sand because of the designer series paper, right? So we're going to go with the sand. So I am going to go ahead and glue that down on the insides. Here, like that. Okay, so that would be the inside. All right, so I don't want to get anything here. All right, so now bringing in this piece, you want that piece right in the middle, and you're going to glue each end down. So what I do first is I'm going to glue this, and I'm only going to bring it to the, even though it's 11 inches, I'm only going to bring it to the end of my designer series paper. Okay? And then I'm going to fold it. I'm going to just put this right here. Okay, doesn't want to work here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so I'm folding it back here, and I'm folding it up here. You see what I just did? I had it folded. There we go. And then I'm going to fold this over. That keeps it from hanging out too far. Actually, it needs to go just a tad over more. There we go. Okay. So it does have a little bit of give in here, but you need that in order to fold it, okay? So even though it says the same length as this, you need that little piece in here. If you bring it over too far, it's going to be flat. You don't want it flat. Make sense? Okay. Then we put our papers right in the corner here, right just like that. Yes, I like the sand much better. I like the sand because now the designer series papers really will show up nice. I'm going to go ahead and lay these down right in the middle. Okay. And this is going to be the sentiment right there. Okay, so let's bring in some of these pieces that I had already cut out that I showed you. Okay, and then we're going to go place these on different designer series paper. So let's start with this one. We'll do this, maybe a little piece here. And then let's see, we've got this one. And maybe this one. Oh, I think I'll cut that out. Remember, I can cut these pieces off. So I think I'll use a little bit of this. Okay. And maybe a little bit of green or Coastal Cabana and yellow. Let's use some of these up. All right, so let's grab this one. I think I want this one. So I'm just cutting these pieces off, and that's what we're going to be using. Maybe this one will go here. I'm just laying them down for now to see where I want to put them. Oh, thank you, Maureen. Okay, I think this I might put right there. And let's see. I think I'm going to stamp some of these. Actually, let me grab the yellow. That's really going to look really nice. So let's grab this little yellow one. I'm just cutting these out. That's what I'm doing. Okay. And do I want a big one? I don't know if I want a big one, but let's cut it and see. Okay, so let's put this one right about there. This one needs a little bit more. So let's bring in some stamping here. All right, so I think I'm going to just take this one, and I am going to grab, where is it? This one right here. Okay, I'm just going to clean that off in the corner, which I really shouldn't do it that way, but okay, I'm going to just stamp that one right here. Oh, didn't use my mat, so let's do that again. Trying not to move my card here. Let's grab this. I almost put it in the blue. Okay. It's got a little bit of a red tint to it because I didn't clean it up all the way, but I think that's going to be good there. And just trim that a little bit better here. I get excited when I'm showing you these things. I don't want to take the time to cut everything. Okay. All right. And let me take this back and grab that stamp. Where's the little one that there it is. Okay. So this one I need the Flirty Flamingo. And let's just do the Flirty Flamingo on this one. Okay, there we go. And I can trim that one too since I don't want that much of an edge. Okay. Oh, that was going there. This one's going here. All right, now, all right, let me put some of these together. So this piece I am actually going to just glue down back here. I'm going to grab some dimensionals and put the sand dollar, which I had cut earlier, right here. Oh, I just hit that, didn't I? Got all excited there. Maybe I didn't. Okay. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to just leave that for a second. I think I might add something to that one. This one, I'm just going to put a little glue here. Just want to make sure that you don't put it where it's going to fold. I'm going to grab a dimensional. Oh, thank you. I'm going to put this one right here. I'm going to be adding more to them. I just want to get some of these down. This one I'm going to actually glue down flat. I'm using my stamp and seal. You want to make sure you don't get it anywhere where it's going to not fold. That I'm going to put on with a dimensional. Oh, I'm not in camera view. Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez. Here we go. Let me bring that up. Okay, so I'm just layering these. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I'm going to put that one right there. Now I got this little guy. I think I'm going to put him here with a little dimensional. I don't really think it needs that much more, but let's see what else I got here. Maybe a little blue. Let's just grab one more piece. I think maybe this piece right here. So I'm just cutting off a piece of this blue here. And maybe put that in there. Oh yeah, I like that in there. Okay. Okay. There, we also have, that goes to that suite, which you can use, are these great little shimmery pieces. And with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those back here. Okay, so I'm going to put that one right there. Going to add the blue one right there. I hate to cover them up, you know. And then maybe just put that one right there. Okay, so when it folds, it is a little puffy, but look at that. And I can actually add something here. I still want to add something there, I think. It needs something. It needs another little shell. Ooh, wait a minute, maybe this. I think it needs a shell. Well, I got this little piece. I might as well use this piece too. What do you think? You think it needs a little shell there? I think it does. So let's grab this one right here and cut him out. I'm just trimming that one now. Grab the little tiny shell. Where are you? That's not the right one. Where are you? You're up here. There you are. All right, and I am going to grab my Bermuda Bay. I'm just reading the comments, trying to keep up with you. Yes, thank you. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget to share my videos. Tell all your friends about me. 378 days till I retire and do this full time. Okay, so now we have this little shell. And now I'm going to just tuck that one back here. Yeah, just needed something else. Actually, I'm going to grab a dimensional. I love these shells. Okay, we're going to put that right here. Okay. All right. So there's the inside of it. Now let's finish the outside. I got all these great pieces to use on other cards. Okay. All right. So on the outside, now we have that other piece of designer series paper. And again, this I think might be too busy. Actually, it kind of looks nice. Let me see what the other side looks like. What do you think? Too busy? Oh, the blue. The blue looks nice, though, doesn't it? It looks like it's in the water. I think the blue. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere that onto the front of my card. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to grab some of that mesh ribbon. Because I'm going to lay this down here, and I'm going to be laying that on here. All right, so before I actually do that, let me just leave that for a second. Let's put some, what did I use on this? Yep, I used dimensionals, so let's go ahead and put some dimensionals on this. Yeah, the blue. Yeah, everybody agrees the blue. See, great minds think alike. Okay, so I'm putting quite a few of these on here. Okay. I can always tuck some more in there if I have to. All right. So now I'm going to lay this right on top here. Oop, one of them got stuck to my finger. Put him back. I'm going to lay him right on top. Just like that. I'm going to take this nice little mesh ribbon and put some glue on this side and on this side. And I think this one I'm going to do kind of in the middle. And I'm just laying that mesh ribbon right around it. Not real tight. It's kind of loose. So it looks like a net. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in my front of my card. And I am just going to lay that right down. Look at that. These little guys, yeah, you can glue down or you can put mini dimensionals on there. But that's where I'm going to also put my sentiment. So it'll probably, if it doesn't stay down, then I just add some glue. All right, so let me grab something to stamp a sentiment. And this one actually, which I used on my other card, this was from the, don't like that one. It's too big. I don't want to do anything too big because I want to keep the sentiment where you can see the seashells. So I'm just going to take a little piece of cardstock here that I have, and I'm just going to trim a piece, very small piece. Okay, I didn't have that prepared. This is like a 1/2 inch. I'm just going to cut myself a little piece of very vanilla. Normally I have my strips here, but they're on the other table. So this will go right about here. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my happy birthday. Happy birthday to my beautiful friend. I love that. I'm going to go with the blue this time. I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight because I just think it's going to make that blue pop out. I'm actually going to put that like right under there. I'm going to cut this little corner off because I like to have it a little corner thing going on. So for this, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually put some adhesive here. Come on. And I'm going to grab a dimensional for the other side. And then I'm going to tuck it down here and pop it up there. What do you think? Can you see that? I absolutely love this fold. Absolutely love this stamp set. Then I'm going to bring in these beautiful opal rounds, and we're just going to add some of those. So I'm going to put one up here. I'm going to add a few of them by the netting, on the netting, because they're self-adhesive, so they stick. I'm just going to put a, whoop, that one didn't come off. There it goes. Just going to add this one right here. They actually stick to the netting. And then guess what? I'm even going to add a few on the inside. Yes, I know the card is a little bumpy, but it's so pretty. And then maybe put one right. I don't even know if it needs one there, but what did I do on this one? Yeah, I added one up there. Why not? Maybe two. Look at that. I mean, is that a gorgeous card? Who wouldn't want to get this card? I want to send this card to myself. But wait, there's more. Yes, there is more. Okay, so that is the M fold card, or a W fold card rather. I'm sorry, W. See, it looks like a W if you look in there. Okay, so looking at these two cards, the one thing that I noticed, whoop, something stuck to my hand. Okay, is you got this nice shimmery paper, right? And then we're going to bring in an envelope. Okay, and we are going to, oh, but wait. We are going to close up this first. And I'm going to bring back that embossing folder. Let me grab the embossing folder if I can figure out where I put it. There it is. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I am going to just put that lip right in there. And you can do it whichever side you want. Okay, so I'm going to grab that side. You wrap it around just like this. Now let me bring in my machine so you can see this. I haven't forgotten the embossing yet, the heat embossing. Okay, and then I'm just, so I wrapped it around, putting it through. Okay, now we're done with that. I'm going to open this up, take this out. There's my seashells. Can you see them? You could leave it like that, or you can take these great, beautiful new brushes and just add some color to it. Look at that. And let's see, do I have another one open? I have the blue one open, so let's go with the blue. I don't want a real dark blue, so tapping it off. Just adding some blue to it. What do you think about that? And I want to close those up because I'm going to be using those. Now you have a beautifully embossed envelope to go with that. But wait, now remember, this is shimmery. You're going to take your white shimmer paint, put it in a little spray bottle, maybe a couple of drops with some alcohol, and then you're going to spritz this, spritz, 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 and you're going to have a shimmery envelope. I'm going to show you what I mean, but I'm not going to spritz it in front of the camera. And it is going to have to dry. So I'm going to show it to you wet. So it's a little wet, but you'll see that when before we close, I'll show you. It's going to shimmer. See, the shimmer's coming out. So I'm just going to set this aside for a minute. And I'm going to have oh, you can see it. You see the shimmer? Now I have a shimmery envelope to go with my shimmery card. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you, I'm not going to do the whole card, but I did think that you might want to see how I did this because it is a lot of layering with embossing. Okay, so the first thing is what I did was I stamped my vellum paper. All right, now these I might not be using the same exact colors, but we'll see. So you got these splotches in the stamp set. All right, so let me show you what we're gonna do here. Where's my? Okay, I want my melon mambo, and you'll get the idea. So what I'm gonna do? Oh, thanks, Geraldine. I'm gonna just stamp this one here. Whoop. Let me get my mat, although this would probably work without it, but I definitely want to get the right idea here. Stamp that. You do have to work a little bit quick, okay? And then I'm going to stamp the lighter color. So that gives you your two colors, right? Okay. Then I'm going to grab, let's see, this one doesn't have a splash thing in the back. So we're just going to go with the Misty Moonlight. And I'm just going to do this right there. Okay. So now you have these two colors on here. Let's grab a yellow. So this one I'm going to do the Bumblebee. I'm going to put him right here. I'm not overlapping anything. I'm going to grab that little splotch and gently put in another color. Okay, so now I got those three there. All right, I'm going to bring in my clear embossing powder. My air filter, my air purifier just went on. I hope you don't hear that. I'm going to just take clear embossing powder and just all the way around cover it, okay? Yes, I love this pearlescence paper too. Okay, tap it off. That's what it looks like. And I am just going to, hopefully I don't short anything out down here. I'm going to plug this in. Plug my heat tool in. Let it heat up a little bit, and then I'm just gonna heat this. I'm playing dangerous with that powder right there, but I want you to see that our inks emboss, but there's a reason I did it this way. You can see it embossing. Okay, it looks like it's all embossed. Now, because I want to fill in those gaps behind it, I can now stamp right over what I just did with these pieces. And we're going to do that with the Sahara Sand. Yes, the fancy fold card. Yes, I will have everything tomorrow on my blog, and this will be updated tomorrow also. Okay. I will have the, I just put my hand in my ink. I will have everything on the the dimensions and everything on this page tomorrow too. I just don't know whether I'm going to get to it tonight. So watch what I do here. I'm stamping right on top of that where I just embossed it. Because when I do the embossing powder, it's only going to stick to everything that's not embossed. Okay, so let me put some of these up here. That's how I did my background, stamping right over top of this. You get the idea, right? Put one in there to fill up that space. All right, so let me bring this back in. And throw embossing powder all over the whole thing again. And you see how now it's got the back pieces. I'm going to move this out of the way before I get it all over. Yes, I was playing with fire. You're right. By leaving that in front of me. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this back in. And I'm going to heat set it. And it's going to make the background. And it actually only sticks to where the new embossing powder was. Anything that was already embossed, the ink's not going to stay on. All right. So let me, the first thing, one thing I don't play when I don't play with fire when it comes to unplugging this. As soon as I'm done with it, I unplug that. Okay, so let's put this over here for a minute. So now, look at that. Can you see how beautiful that is? So that is how I did that card right here. Oh, thank you. Did you enjoy the cards? I'm going to bring them back in. I promise. I might even add the dimensions or the measurements tonight to the YouTube channel here. It just, sometimes it takes a few minutes for that to upload. So trust me, if it's not there later tonight, it will be in the morning. But let's bring in those cards again, okay? I'm not going to bring in the envelopes, I'll just bring in the cards so you can see them. So we have this one. And of course we have the shaker card. We have this one. This one. The one with the whale of a good time. Don't forget that stamp set in the annual catalog because it goes so well together. We have that. The thank you. We have the two M or W fold cards with the great. Oh, here, let me show you this now. Hopefully you can see the shimmer. Maybe you can see it better over here. It's all shimmery now. So it matches the paper. Okay. There's the one we did. Or I did. Here's the one we did together. Look how that, oh yeah, the sand and that color just makes it pop right out, doesn't it? Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? Okay, so I have one more little quick thing to do here. I have a giveaway tonight. Let me grab them. Where did I put those now? They're here somewhere. Just bear with me while I find them. Oh, I put them on the floor. Okay, so what I had said last week was I have an extra treasured medallion. That's going to go to, somebody's going to earn that or get that for free. Of all the orders I get for the month of December, I'm going to pull a name at the end of December, and somebody's going to get this free. For tonight, and this is YouTube, okay, so I am uploading this to Facebook, but this is for my YouTube watchers. Okay, I have a brand new Believe You Can stamp set. Now listen, okay, I can only send this to the United States. So if you're the winner, you have to let me know you're in the United States and send me your address. On the back of this, I have to look at it. On the back of this, I have a number. I wrote a number on the back of this. Whoop, got a little ink on that. The first person that picks the number is going to win this stamp set. All right, go. What number do you think is on the back of this stamp set? I'm looking for some numbers here. I see 59 people watching. Start guessing, starting with the number 1. Who wants this stamp set tonight? You can guess as many times as you want. The first one who gets the, picks the number wins. All right, we got some numbers. Not yet. Nobody's getting it yet. Keep going. Keep going. Not yet. You can put in as many times as you want. Nobody got it yet. Still waiting for a winner. Couple of you got close. All right, Debbie Green, stop. Debbie Green. Debbie Green picked number 8. That's the number. Number 8. Debbie Green won. Number 8. Okay, so Debbie Green, I need you to send me a message with your address as long as you live in the United States. Debbie Green already won. Debbie Green. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thanks for playing the little game. And I will let you know that I'm going to give away another stamp set Friday morning, Facebook Live. So if you didn't win tonight, you might win Friday morning. Friday morning, I am going to be doing the fine floral art with the nice little gilded flakes. So I hope you can tune in 7 a.m. Friday morning. Don't forget the sale that starts tomorrow. Don't forget to use my host code if it's less than $150. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great evening. Have a great week. And I'll see you back on Facebook